and welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about empaths and something that I call psychic vampires. So yeah, stick around and I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, give it a like, and if you're not already, then subscribe. I'm right at the beginning of my creating content journey, so please stand by. So if you've searched this video, then obviously you're asking the question, what is an empath? You might already know the answer possibly, or you might be just trying to find answers, and that's why I've created this video here today, so you can understand that. I'm a platform medium. I've been practicing mediumship for 13 years. I do services on the stage and do mediumship in front of crowds. And I've had a lot of teachers who have learnt me a lot of philosophy. I have a lot of spirit guides who work and connect with me, who explain this stuff to me as well. So I will try and answer the best I can. So an empath is somebody who feels and connects onto a different vibration than the everyday person. An empath will feel people's emotions. They will want to help people. Like when you think of the word empath, you think of empathy, like feeling sorry for somebody or something, which kind of fits into what an empath is. But an empath can like literally feel pain. Majority of the time they're very clairsentient, not all the time, but some of the time they are clairsentient, and they tend to attract a lot of psychic vampires as well, because their subconsciousness wants to help people, and it's like they have this radiant beam around them, and people who are troubled are like drawn to it. And then an empath just wants to help people as well, right? I'm an empath, and I have attracted a lot of dark moths in my past, so I can fit that in with my own personal experience from what I've experienced over the years. Are you an empath? Have you gone into a room and just felt the vibe was so wrong? You just gone in this room and thought something bad's happened here, or you got in a room and all of a sudden you just feel so content and relaxed? If you do, if you have had that experience, then there's possibility that you're an empath. Have you ever met somebody and just knew instantly, like you got a vibe from them? You could just tell what type of person they are. Sometimes that can be a bit hidden when it's to going towards like a potential partner. Our subconscious will be telling us that this person isn't a good person for us, but with being an empath, we'd want to help him. Do you know what I mean? You'd want to make sure that they're okay, and you would want to help them get their life sorted out and get the help that they needed. Because when you're an empath, you sometimes feel their struggles and their pain, and it's not a nice feeling, and you want their pain to go away because you can feel it and you know it's not okay what they're feeling. But sometimes when that's just not our burden to bear. And also, when you're an empath, you need to learn to not read people automatically without their permission, because it can be intrusive sometimes. I know for a fact that I wouldn't want someone coming near me and just reading me without my permission. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd want them to ask you first. But there are certain situations where you just can't ask, you know. Say you're in a bar or something, and when you're an empath and your intuition and feelings are telling you that something isn't okay, that something's wrong with this person, you need to treat that like an alarm system and to back off and get away. Every single person has an intuition, but empaths is like well tuned in, if that makes sense. We all have spirits and we all have souls, so we all have that intuition within us. We all have that within us. We all have chakras, and we all have the ability to tune into that intuition and tune into that knowing, and knowing, you know, and being able to read people as well. I don't mean read their facial expressions, I mean just be able to read them. And as I said, there is situations where it's just not appropriate, but there's also situations where it can possibly save your life. Basically, it can get you out of a sticky situation by being able to read that person. Now, when you're an empath, you can get very your energy can feel like it's zapped a lot of the time, because you're emitting this light energy force, you're emitting these vibes. And when you are an empath, there's a lot of, like I said, psychic vampire. I'll explain what a psychic vampire is in a minute, but there's a lot of psychic vampires who will feed on that energy, not knowingly, but they'll feed on that energy, hence the name, like vampire. A psychic vampire is somebody who essentially is somebody who's very negative, somebody who is always speaking bad of people, who is never trying to help people, and they go around, they don't know that they're doing it, but like zapping people's energy. Well, I say they don't know they're doing it. In the mediumship world, there is people who know how to do it and do it on purpose. Like, if you don't understand what I'm going on about right now, you probably think I'm a crazy person, but it's okay, I don't care. I sound like a weirdo. I am weird, I will admit it. But going back to psychic vampires, they drain your energy. Like I said, they don't know that they're doing that. Like, if you're an empath, you may have experienced being around somebody and you just feel so tired or so worn out, or you'll just feel, all of a sudden start feeling angry and annoyed. Sometimes kids can do it without knowing it. They're little psychic vampires all the time, zapping everyone's energy. But they don't know that they're doing it, and people don't know that they're doing it in general. But the best thing to do when you're an empath is learn how to protect your energy around you. And when you do that, you prevent people from just taking your energy without you giving it them. At the same time, you need to learn how to put a shield around you and a shield of armour around you. See, if you see someone feeling down, you can send them positive vibes and positive thoughts. After all, thoughts are living things. So you can send them vibes to them and that will help raise their vibration. But keep that protective shield around you, because I've had experiences where I've gone from being happy and bubbly and chatty to all of a sudden from being around people who have drained me, like narcissistic people and stuff, and you just feel like you're 2 inches tall and you just feel so tired. You feel like you've got a flu or something, you just feel dead poorly and you just feel wiped out. I've just realised there's a few things that I've mentioned in this video which you might not understand, especially if you're searching for this and trying to understand a deeper level of understanding to do with spiritualism and the inner knowledge yourself. And one of them being is like clairsentient. What's a clairsentient? A clairsentient is somebody who works with spirit by feeling things. So when they're connecting with spirit, or even working with people psychically, the vibration that they work on, they'll feel it. So say for example, I work clairsentiently. Say I had a lady come through and she might have had a poorly back, but I would actually feel that pain in my back. She might have had bad eyesight and my vision will start to go funny. She might come around that person and always give them goosebumps on their foot or random place like the cheek or something, and I'd feel that on me. There is other types of mediumship as well, which I can go into more depth in another video, but very quickly I'll just mention and give a very brief explanation of there is the clairaudient, and then they work with hearing. They can hear spirit and their spirit guides talking to them in either like a person stood in a room or with the mind's voice within your mind as well. There's clairvoyant, where they see spirit, and again that is where you can see the manifestations in the room, or again you might see it within your mind. There is something called the knowing, and one that I work with myself, and it's where you just know, and when you work with that vibration you just talk really fast. You have to tell them to slow it down sometimes because it's like yama 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 yama, and they're just coming through so quickly. And sometimes the recipient who you're giving the reading to, or the person sat in the audience, cannot understand what you're saying at all. But that's because their vibration is so high. So when they're working with the knowing with you, they're using you as a direct line to talk, as if they're talking through you. There's also trance mediumship, which is where they are actually talking through you. They will take over the use of your mouth and they will speak. There is physical mediumship where things can manifest. I've not experienced that. I'll see that happen. I have experienced trance mediumship. I used to go into trance quite a lot of times back when I used to do mediumship a lot. Since I became a mum, I have stepped back a little bit, but spirit is still around me and all the info is still here with me, and knowledge is free. So that's why I'm here sharing it with you. I'm not selling it or anything, I'm just passing on the knowledge, because that's how it's supposed to be. Helping other people out, as the saying goes. There is a lot more different types of mediumship. They're just some of the main ones that I've either worked with or experienced or learnt about with my tutors, with my spirit guides. And I would like to pass it on to you. So anyway, I hope you have a bit more of an understanding of what an empath is and what a psychic vampire is, which is basically a narcissistic person. And I hope you have got some good info from this video, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe if you're not already, and join me on this journey of my new YouTube channel. The channel is not just going to be about spiritualism, neither is it just going to be about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, if you've seen any of my other videos, but there is going to be more Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, there is going to be more spiritualism, and there's going to be a few more things as the time goes on. So thank you for joining me, and please come back again. Bye. Oh, before you go, if you've watched it to the end, just come and say hello to me in the comments, please, just so I know that you've seen it to the end. Thank you. Bye, guys.